Face-off one back to Yurcik for the Prowlers. He dumps it in softly over the blue line. They fight for it on the wall. Here's James Parnell trying to get it out. Up to Tazinski. Tazinski in a group of Prowlers. Plays it back. This is Rocco Watson. Watson gets it deep. Beckwith hard into the boards with the Pelham defenseman on the far wall there. And the Rage ice the puck. On the left wing for the Prowlers. Tazinski wins it back. Watson on the wall for the Rage. Puck comes out. Pekarik was going to line one up, but Dirksen took it from him. Dirksen in the corner, turns it over to Tazinski, and here comes Tazinski to Watson. Rage try to get it out of their own zone, Beckwith, and turned over back in the Pelham zone. Here's Yurcik up the boards, turned over to James Parnell, number 8 for the Rage. Backhands it, goes into the neutral zone. Rage looking to catch the Prowlers on a change. Puck bounced off the stick of Waddy, but he's able to corral it and get into the Pelham zone deep. Here's Rocco Watson with a shot deflected on by Tazinski. Good save by Griboval there. Ray in on the forecheck for the Prowlers in the Rage zone. This is Beckwith, loses the puck in the corner. Plays it back. This is Will Adams. Adams tries to play it up to Watson. Comes out into the neutral zone. Robles. Puck's in the air close to the Rage blue line. See if they can get it out here. Chipped it ahead. Pekarik is going to pick it up for the Prowlers. Play it over to his partner, Yurcik. Yurcik chips it up to Ray. Ray gets it in deep. We got a whistle for offsides maybe. Puck into the Rage zone. This is James Parnell skates it out for the Rage. James Parnell through center ice. Harassed by Yurcik. Parnell from his knees is able to play it. Puck comes in on the Rage. Wins it cleanly back. Chips it up to Watson. Watson gets it in deep for the Rage. Yurcik, the defenseman for the Prowlers, as it bounces around in front. Here's Pekarik again. Pekarik chips it past the Rage D and is the first one to it in the offensive zone. Pekarik fights for it. Looking for Bodie Bailey at the top, but he can't handle it. Here's Roman Brown out of the Rage zone. Brown sent it in. Yeah, it wasn't quite to the red line yet, so that's icing. Well, face off at center ice, so not icing. McCown puts a shot on from long distance. Saved by Cole Roth, and now Parnell's going to take it for the Rage. Here's number 9, Brendan Rice. New addition, was not in the game last night. This puck stays in. Tazinski's going to pick it up in the slot here. Gets a high elbow from Yurcik. But the Rage retain control. Here's a cross-ice pass from Tazinski. Misses his mark, and here's Parnell behind the net. Passes it to the top of the point. One-timer, Greenway. Shot goes wide. Brendan Rice can't control it, and here's Matthew Hunter for the Prowlers. Taking it in on Greenway, goes wide, loses control. Greenway is able to retain it for the Rage. Ooh, pass is intercepted. Pelham controls it in the corner in the offensive zone. Marlon Dirksen tries to wheel around, has to dump it deep. Rage play it behind their own net. And it's turned over to the Prowlers. This looks like Marlon Dirksen behind the Rage net. Circles. Shot, saved by Roth. Back to Dirksen. Dirksen fighting for it in the corner. This looks like Pekarik with a shot from distance. Does not get through. Puck is chipped out by the Rage. And Parnell gets away with a little cross-check there on Pekarik, looking for a chance. It comes back into the Rage zone. Roman Brown has it for the Rage, deep in his own zone. Prowlers get a change in. Beckwith for the Rage. Beckwith to Rocco in front. Rocco Watson put a soft one on goal, but it's scooped up by Griboval. And Andrew Robles. Puck comes all the way down. 30 seconds to go in the Pelham power play. McCown picks it up for the Prowlers. Long pass to Ray. Ray gets knocked off the puck by Watson on the near boards here, but Pelham still gets it in. Puck comes out of the zone all the way down. 10 seconds left in the power play. Rocco Watson, the first one in there for the Rage. Here comes Ray in there for the Prowlers. Can't drag it past the defenseman, and they get it out. Penalty killed by the Rage, and here they come. Reese Beckwith got Tazinski. Pass goes into Tazinski's feet. Hunter for the Prowlers comes into the Rage zone. Skating through the neutral zone for the Rage. Cornwell looks for Reyes. Bodie Bailey with some space coming through the neutral zone. Gets it deep, goes for a change. Pekarik gets a shot. 14 Robles tries to take a shot, but gets deflected and goes out of play. Offensive zone faceoff for the Prowlers. Yurcik's going to take a shot from the point, does not get through. Oh, Prowlers get a shot off. It was sitting there in front. Ray took a swipe at it, and it went in on net. And here come the Rage the other way. Number 9, Brendan Rice for the Rage. He's trying to eat it deep for the Rage. Tobin Tazinski gets it knocked off his stick, takes a hard hit from number 28, Carey Fabry. On the face-off at center ice. One back by the Prowlers as they put it into the Rage zone. And this is McCown, maybe fanned on a shot, but didn't quite get anything on it. Behind the Rage net, Tazinski plays it across ice to Beckwith. Here comes Beckwith through center ice. Tries to chip it back over to Tazinski, gets intercepted, but they battle for it regardless. Here's Beckwith. Beckwith tripped up, no call. Watson with the puck. Chips it up to Parnell on the point. Parnell gets it in deep. Slap shot. Beckwith bounces around. Does not get anything. Does not get to the goal. Watson keeps it in here for the Rage. Watson to the center. Tries to get a shot off. Watson in deep. We're going to have a penalty on the Prowlers. Hunter and Cornwell. Temperature rising as the first period comes to a close. Anderson Cornwell face-off win for the Rage. Wins it back to James Parnell. Parnell up to Tazinski, trying to get it out of their own zone. Here's Tazinski across center. Pulls up, looks for reinforcements. Plays it across the ice, bounces to Parnell. Parnell up to Beckwith. A shot comes in high. The Rage have started this period with a 1-minute power play. So we're right on the power play for the Rage. In the corner for the Rage, try to work it into their setup. Isaac Emmerich is in front for the Rage. Here's Beckwith. Tuzinski can't handle the pass. Cornwell tries to reel it in for the Rage. Puck comes out to Robles. Robles going to get it out. This is Pekarik coming in with speed. Shot. Save, but trickles wide. And here's Beckwith coming in for the Rage. 3-on-2. Beckwith takes it, puts it to the center, looking for Isaac Emmerich. Can't get a stick on it. And the penalty expires for the Prowlers. Roman Brown on the faceoff for the Rage. One back by the Prowlers. Into the Rage zone. Number 9, Brendan Rice, tries to reel it in for himself. Tries to play it up the boards and it gets deflected. Up to Pekarik. Pekarik tries to get a shot off. Goes wide, but Dirksen wrangles it in. Dirksen on the far wall. Taken down by Roman Brown. And that's Marlon Dirksen still on the ice for the Prowlers. And Hunter doesn't let Matthew Hunter, and a minor penalty on Roman Brown. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 3 minutes here. Neutral zone faceoff, one back by the Prowlers. Here's Dirksen, who was down on the ice a second ago. He looks to be fine. Dirksen takes it wide, gets his pocket picked by Parnell. And Parnell looks to play it up to Tuzinski. Tuzinski into the Pelham zone. Tuzinski's pass was chipped off by Pekarik, and here's Pekarik in. Nice save by Roth. Dirksen picks it up for the Prowlers. Looking for Ben Salter. Salter behind the Rage net. Pocket pick by Robbie Waddy. Off a Major. So puck back in the Rage zone. Cornwell dances around, is able to take it out all himself, carrying it into the Pelham zone. Cornwell with a shot saved by Griboval. Puck not out. Parnell is able to save it. Puts a shot in on a Griboval. And it's saved. Robles wins the faceoff for the Prowlers as they take it behind their own net. Can't clear, and here's Tuzinski, plays it over to Parnell. Parnell looks, shot, and he scores! James Parnell. 3-2 Rage, 15:46 left. Play for the Rage. Isaac Emmerich brings it out with speed from behind his own net for the Rage. Emmerich into the Pelham zone. Behind the Pelham net, Isaac Emmerich looked to wrap it around there. Parnell looking to have that one-timer. Does not get it, gets a shot in anyway, and here comes the man from the box, and we are even. Shot, he scores! Reese Beckwith, a snipe up top. Sustained from the power play. Good movement from the Rage, and Reese Beckwith able to cash in. 4-2 Rage with 13 minutes to go in the second period. Gabriel Reyes takes a big hit there from Pekarik as the Rage try to get it out of their own zone now. And they do. Here's Rice trying to get it out for the Rage. Puck bouncing around the neutral zone. Pelham tries to bring it in. Waddy to Reyes. Back into the Rage zone. But cannot carry it into the Rage zone. This is Cornwell for the Rage. Anderson Cornwell skating through the neutral zone. Nice drag, gets it in deep. Fires it on the side of the net, goes out of play. Rage, 2 power play goals this period have flipped the script. They entered this period with a 2-1 deficit. This shot from the point gets bounced in on Griboval. He's able to make a nice save. Offensive zone face-off for the Rage. Roman Brown fights for it on the wall, gets it up to Parnell. Parnell's going to walk to the center. Shot. High save by Griboval. Goes out of play. Offensive zone face-off for the middle. We're looking for Robles, but nothing doing, and the Rage are able to get it out with speed back into the Pelham zone. Pass in front, looking for Watson. Waddy. Pekarik takes it behind the Pelham net. Pekarik in front of his own net. Carries out. He's looking to make a pass, but he's got no one to pass it to, so he just dumps it in right on Cole Roth. Here's Will Adams corralling it for the Rage. Will Adams getting harassed. Tazinski behind his own net. Up to Waddy. Rocco Watson now through the neutral zone for the Rage. Watson takes it wide, stops up, surveys. Nice pass over to Adams at the point. There's Pekarik out for the Prowlers. Has to circle. Plays up to Jackson Corbin, number 52. Can't corral it. Here's Isaac Emmerich getting slashed as he tries to take it in the Pelham goal, but yep. Now we'll take the face-off for the Rage. Seconds on the power play. Tobin Tazinski in his own zone will wheel around. Here's Tazinski with speed. Takes it in front, tries looking for Brown in front of the net. Might have got a shot off there. Nice save to stand tall by Griboval. Roman Brown behind the Pelham net. Waddy shot. Oh, a nice redirect by Emmerich. Goes right into Griboval for a save. Rocco Watson will take it for the Rage. Player out of the box is right on the forecheck. That's Ben Salter. Up to Watson. Dirksen intercepts, and he'll dump it in. Will Adams for the Rage. Gives it up to number 21, Hunter Yurcik. And the Rage got something with an interception there. Watson on the puck for the Rage. Plays it to the top. This is Will Adams. Adams shot deflected, and we got Marlon Dirksen with a little breakaway here. We got a 2-on-0. Dirksen to Salter. Oh my goodness, Cole Roth. Rage take it out of their zone. This is Cornwell. Cornwell looking, shot deflected. Rice in there. Rice and Brown for the Rage. It comes out. There's Rice again for the Rage. Plays it up the boards. Yurcik's going to take it for the Prowlers. There's Parnell. Cornwell. Over to Greenway. Up to Rice, but he can't corral. Here's Rice. Rice going to go for a hook. All right, power play for the Pelham Prowlers coming up for the Rage as they're still down a man. Won by the Rage. Waddy's going to try to put a shot on that goes wide. Pelham power plays had some nice setup looks, but not many chances out of it. Sloppy passes like that are going to kill your power play. And we're offsides. Neutral zone face-off. 27 seconds left on the Pelham power play. It's going to come back, and Yurcik will reel it in for the Prowlers. Long pass. Looking for number 28. Tuzinski and Harrison on the face-off. As they wait for the period to end. So far, let's see what we can get in the third period. Asleep at the wheel is Jake Northrup. Puck in the Pelham zone. Tuzinski for the Rage. Tries to play it in deep. Gets it over to his defenseman. Here's Beckwith. Puts it on goal. Save with the pad. Another shot comes in high. Rocco Watson. Ooh, stick came up on Yurcik there. There's Rocco Watson fighting for it on the near boards. Watson wins it, keeps it in. Looking for Beckwith. Shot goes high. Pelham having trouble getting out of their own zone here. Here's Tuzinski. He's got help up top if he takes it. Turned over to Dirksen. Here's Salter out of the Pelham zone. It in and changes. Puck is turned over to Tuzinski into in the Rage zone. Plays it behind his own net. Cornwell pass intercepted by Yurcik. Cornwell plays it up. Ooh, dangerous pass in front of his own net there for the Rage. So the Rage have it on their own boards but cannot get it out. This play right here, puck comes out off of a shot attempt deflected. Pekarik for the Prowlers is going to go behind his own net. He's got two Rage players right on him, but he slips by Gabriel Reyes on the hard forecheck, but Pekarik is carrying it out. Griboval's right, Dylan Ray against Tobin Tuzinski. Tied up in the circle. Puck comes out, chased by Robles. Here's James Parnell wheeling around. They're able to get it deep into the Prowler zone. Tuzinski on the forecheck for the Rage. Pekarik puts it up to the point where the Rage take control of it. Shot by Emmerich. Big hit here on Pekarik by Beckwith. Offensive zone face-off for the Prowlers. It's one, they got a chance in front here as Dirksen can't get a shot off. Puck dangerous in front. McCown gets, or Harrison gets a shot off, but he gets leveled by Brown. Puck comes all the way down to the Pelham zone for icing. Another offensive zone faceoff for the Prowlers. Salter gets it gets it from behind the net and tries a wraparound attempt. Prowlers mounting some pressure here. They sure need it. Down 2 goals, 13-20 to go in the third period. Ben Salter behind the Rage net gets rubbed off by a Rage player, and they go down together. Here's Dirksen right in front. Oh, the rebound attempt fired wide. That was Ray. Here's this is Cornwell out of the Rage zone. Shot deflected high and out. Tobin Tuzinski and Harrison on the face-off in the Pelham zone. One back, Parnell takes a shot. Saved and out of play. Tuzinski and Harrison on the face-off again. Right back to Parnell. Parnell slap shot. Glove saved by Griboval. Parnell with it again after the faceoff win. Tazinski. That Parnell's third shot in a row from the point there. Saved by Griboval. And here's Reese Beckwith on the wall. Prowlers get it out, and here's Dirksen chasing after it. Parnell in his own zone. Looking for Reyes. And here's Pekarik trying to take it into the rage zone, gets checked. Tazinski behind his own net. Tazinski building speed through center ice, gives it up to Reyes. He wanted that pass right back. Reyes and Pekarik. Pekarik turnover to Parnell. Parnell gets a shot off. Tazinski on the rebound, and Griboval made a save, kicked the net off in the... Roman Brown and Bodie Bailey on the face-off here to Griboval's right side. Bodie Bailey with the win. Yurcik for the Prowlers. Gives it up to Beckwith. Beckwith shot. It's loose in front. Isaac Emmerich took a shoulder up high from Dirksen, and Dirksen takes the puck with speed through the neutral zone. Here's Rocco Watson carrying it out for the Rage. Brendan Rice in on it for the Rage. Against Yurcik in the corner. Brown, Watson, and Rice fight for it in the corner there. Ray and Yurcik for the Prowlers. The puck is worked out by Rice. Rice behind the net, looks for Rocco Watson. Oh! Rice had a look from a sharp angle, hit it off the side of the net. Puck comes out, and it's brought right back in by Robbie Waddy. Robbie goes wide into the corner, peels around, up to Brown. Brown plays it to White. Or sorry, tennis Will Adams. Harrison and Brown on the face-off. Won by Harrison. Back to Pekarik. Pekarik eludes some Rage players and takes it out. Here's Benson. Parnell fights for it behind the net. Puck goes on top of the net in the back. Bodie Bailey on the face-off for the Prowlers. Won by Tazinski for the Rage. Will Adams chips it up the boards. Tazinski picks it up. Tazinski's going to bring it in. Take Pekarik wide. Looking in front for Rocco Watson. We're going to get a penalty here. Tazinski went hard into the boards. Bodie Bailey took him down. All right, power play for the Rage here. Reese Beckwith on the draw against Dylan Ray. Dylan Ray wins it back, but the Rage are on it. Roman Brown and Isaac Emmerich. Brown comes out with it. Looks for Tazinski. Tazinski at the top of the circles looks. Here's Beckwith. Beckwith circles, looks. Tries to play it in front to Brown, gets deflected. Here's, puck comes out to Tazinski at the top of the zone. Gives it to Parnell. Parnell's shot goes wide. Tazinski curls. Pass across the goal mouth, gets deflected, but it comes out to Parnell at the top of the zone. Tazinski, Beckwith. Beckwith shot right in, but it's saved, and rebound sits there. Roman Brown may have got a second shot off. Clearing attempt fails. Parnell, Tazinski, Beckwith. Ooh. Parnell couldn't handle it cleanly. His shot attempt goes wide. Here's Beckwith again. Tazinski. Emmerich, one-timer, goes wide. Beckwith. Slowly looks. 37 to go on the power play here. In the corner for Parnell. Beckwith at the top. Shot goes wide. He's got Roman Brown in front with the screen. Tazinski again. Tazinski from behind the net gets a one-timer to Parnell, saved by Griboval. Anderson Cornwell take the face-off against. He's going to come right back into the Pelham zone. Back with the stick, but no call. Catalane looking to sell that one. 27 left to go. Prowlers. Salter, no, this is Yurcik out of his own zone. Salter's calling for it. Here gets it, but not a clean pass. Robbie Waddy picks it up, puts it back into the Prowler zone. Ray to Fabry. Fabry slips by Parnell there. Dangerous pass just to the slot. Dirksen slap shot. Cole Roth saw it the whole way. Dirksen will take the face-off for the Prowlers with the penalty expired. So penalty's over for the Rage, 5-on-5. Rage don't get it out. Tazinski in his own zone. Cornwell back up to Tazinski. Tazinski moves to the middle. Tazinski slips it to Rice, and Rice puts it into the glove of Griboval. Tazinski and Harrison on the face-off to Griboval's right side.